walk out. All these bands I lost count, cause I'm too up right now. Too up right now. I'm too on one day on my third. I was too broke, now I'm too rich. Made 100K on my third shift from a boy, so boy, and I'm a gangster. And you a boy. Man, we been getting money for a long time. We was out here hungry for a long time. I don't never really have no punchlines. And all you rappers looking like a lunch line. Right now, I got you. Right now, nothing.
Hello again, everybody. It is the coach. You're tuned in to Madden 19 on EA Sports. On tap, we've got what should be a fairly intriguing matchup between the San Francisco 49ers and the Arizona Cardinals. With that, let's get out to the desert. Standing by in Glendale, here are Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis.
We find ourselves at the home of the world's first retractable natural grass field as you get a look inside State Farm Stadium in Glendale. So this was the scene a moment ago. The Cardinals emerging from their tunnel, and we are ready for football as the Cards get set to match up with the San Francisco 49ers. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Charles, you look at this Cardinal team as they get ready here. And they've lost 3 straight here, and it goes without saying, I guess, they could certainly use a win.
And how do they get a win? Because they've lost 3 straight, I think it's paramount that they get a fast, clean start to this game.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. On the other side of the field for the visiting 49ers. Rivers on first down. And down he goes. The 49ers get there.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
A big welcome back carry for David Johnson, who almost missed all of last year. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. And he had a nice play there from his free safety position to hold him to nothing.
And, Brandon, remember when the free safety was always back away from the line of scrimmage?
That's changed.
Has that changed in a big way? The way we see it now, they're almost mirrors between the free safety and the strong safety. One will be up, one will be back, or sometimes both will be in the same spot. On that play, the free safety was there, no gain. There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the third down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up fourth down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him.
Here's Garoppolo on first and 10. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be a couple yards shy of the 20 at the 18. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. Garoppolo to throw on second down. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
My high school coach, John Ford, used to say all the time, if you're in a bad situation, laddie, don't compound it with a bad decision as well. And I think that's what we just saw there. Harassed in the pocket, and he throws into double coverage anyway.
He called you laddie?
He called me laddie, and that was the nicest thing he called me.
And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25.
That throw's not going to get them a whole lot, but that really didn't matter, did it? They got what they needed on that throw. Picked up the first down, and I'm going cliche here. Game of inches, partner.
Absolutely. And you talk to me a lot about opening drives, how key those are to set the tone. You kept the drive alive. Third down conversion here is big. His throw incomplete. The free safety, Trey Boston, there to knock it away.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
11.
Back to the air on second. It's Garoppolo. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. 20, 10, touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Niners have taken the early lead. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And it's now a 7-0 game. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Now Johnson, and he will lose yardage on the play, back at his own 19-yard line. He lost 6 there on the first down play.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Second down, Rivers. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a third down.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target, and he's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that, and that's what he did.
They stay on the ground on first for Johnson. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
Early down stuffs will put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is it allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
On third down, Rivers. And the Niners get there and bring him down.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
The San Francisco offense getting their last-minute instructions before they take over here. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up the score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
Now the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And down he'll go at the 25. That catch good for 5. It's third down. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And a quick throw here, that's complete. Catch number 40 for him on the year. It's a first down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Garoppolo now. Already over 100 yards passing in this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Garoppolo again. Over the middle, that's caught by Taylor. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Taylor. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. And his guys will set up shop at midfield at the 50-yard line. That's probably bringing back nightmares of last week, isn't it?
No doubt about it. Right now, I'm looking over at the coaching staff, and I'm seeing the wheels turning in their heads. And you know what is happening? They're remembering how they started the season in camp, even in the offseason when they emphasized ball security, and they're wondering why the message isn't sinking in.
Yeah, 5 turnovers last week, now 1 here in the opening quarter.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a 3rd and about 4 for a first.
Set, 380, behind.
From the gun, Rivers. Fitzgerald bringing it in over the middle. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, we hear so often how tackling has become almost a lost art in the NFL game, but it's so important to tackle well on these receivers, especially in a play like this one. 3rd down, they gave him the underneath stuff. You got to go up and make the tackle right away.
And that one's not going to get there. Not enough juice, an ambitious effort, but it's well short. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
Throwing on first is Garoppolo. To the right side, complete to Taylor. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Garoppolo now. Over the middle, complete. It's Taylor. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. And the Niners move the chains as Garoppolo hooks up with Taylor.
13, 13. 6.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Taylor. Give him 9 there on the first down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1.
12.
Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down. He was all over that route defensively. Now, they had 2 picks last week as a unit. Couldn't quite grab that one.
Patience, Grasshopper. Patience. It's early in this game, but you like the fact that they're around the football early. They're going to be upset they didn't haul that one in, but at least they're there at the moment of truth to make a play on it.
By the way, where did the Grasshopper thing come from? I know it's been around for a long time.
Yeah, you know, I'll have to tell you that some other time.
All right, back to football.
Illegal block in the back. Offense.
So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
Garoppolo going to try and throw on 3rd. Got a man. It's complete. Williams. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Garoppolo looks to throw once more. And he whips that one incomplete there. Mack Hollins, the intended target, and it's second down.
I know coaches tell us all the time that having a powerful arm isn't the #1 thing they look for in a quarterback. But when you're trying to throw inside routes and you need to put some heat on it, it helps to have the big gun. In this case, just a little bit too much.
And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up third down.
When you get your backs in the shadow of your goal line, you've got to be physical in that situation because there's not a whole lot of space, not a lot of wild plays that can be run there.
It's put up or shut up time. Defensively, nice job. And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the 49ers add on to their lead. Still first quarter, 2 receiving touchdowns for him. How are they going to slow him down?
I think they're thinking about altering their game plan. Whatever they came in with, now maybe you switch a better cover guy to him. Or you make sure you have more people in his general area wherever he lines up to at least try and discourage them from throwing the ball to him.
This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points. Get that 0 off the board. Now a second down throw for Rivers. And Gresham, the tight end, brings it in. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Cool under pressure right there, escaping the pocket and finding what I think was not his primary target.
And some of these guys are just so comfortable getting outside of the pocket that they'll do it on purpose. It doesn't even need to be a breakdown. They move.
Ready to go now in the second quarter. Brandon Gaudin, Charles Davis. It's the Cardinals in possession of the football, but likely not for long as they're in punt formation to kick it away. And he couldn't get it to check up. That kicks all the way into the end zone for a touchback. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards. Garoppolo on first down. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. On second down, here's Garoppolo. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is recovered by the Cardinals.
With no running backs in the backfield to help pass protect, all the receivers in their patterns, it's going to be hot routes if they sense a blitz or pressure on the quarterback. They've got to be prepared to break routes off early and get the football. In this case, never even had a chance. They popped the ball free in the backfield.
And they'll get this down to the 10. 18 yards there, and it'll be a first and goal.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he'll take this one inside the 10, down to the 8. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up second and goal.
They just keep trying, but so far, finding no room for him to run.
None whatsoever. In fact, you run the numbers. He's under 3 yards a carry at the moment. He'll get it up the middle. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. They get 3 yards closer, but still work to do. It's third and goal.
And, Brad, they went to a nickel defense, and that's a surprise this close to the goal line. because ordinarily you use the back end of the end zone, the sidelines as extra defenders, and you want bigger people on the field to try and help against the run.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Cardinals. Keenan Allen, his second touchdown on the season. And the Cardinals draw a bit closer. And all about timing there on that short slant, Charles.
Exactly right. That was timed up so well. The route, the throw, touchdown.
Dawson able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Set to return. Here's Raheem Mostert. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. The 49ers offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And last drive, obviously not what you're looking for. You've got the lead. You've got to protect the football.
So in other words, someone got lucky because they've been moving the ball really well and wearing them down. In this case, though.
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. That one goes for 36 yards. On first down, Garoppolo. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. A gain of 6 there on first. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go down at the 28. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really. Garoppolo to try again on 2nd down. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a first down. Inside the red zone, it's Garoppolo. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 12 more yards there and another first down. Garoppolo looks to throw. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. 3 touchdown passes now for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half.
I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people.
Well, they better figure something out, and soon.
Set! 380!
They begin the drive with Johnson. And he'll take this up near the 35, maybe the 34. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
Dumping it off for Johnson. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. That one good for 15 and a first.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time. When an offense reads blitz, doesn't matter where it's coming from, tight ends know that they become a big part of the passing game because there should be an easy outlet when all those extra bodies are trying to get to the quarterback. A hot route, so to speak.
Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around and make a play on the football.
And he'll get this one down to about the 10-yard line. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. On the carry, it's Logan. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. A great effort there. His first touchdown on the year. And the Cardinals have cut it to within a score. And they're able to run it in. It started with a battle in the trenches. They won there, and they got in for 6 points.
And that's going to be a tough one for the defense to deal with. They've got to go to the bench now and figure out how are we going to slow down this running game, because on that particular play, they had no answer.
This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. Mostert now to return. Oh, good move. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. Here comes Jimmy Garoppolo now to lead his offense back out there. And how about the start so far, Charles? 3 first-half touchdown passes.
And that's how you generate excitement on a team. Keep your offense moving at a really high level. And it's also how you establish leadership by playing that well. 3 touchdown passes, that's the way to lead.
Now he's just hoping for number 4. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. A good pickup there, a 22. Here's Garoppolo on 1st and 10. Flushed out right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of, otherwise he was going to get sacked.
Garoppolo again here on 2nd and 10. That's caught inside the 20. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
Yes, sir.
And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Touchdown pass number 4 of the afternoon for Jimmy Garoppolo. And the 49ers add on to their lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. David Johnson now gears up to help lead this offense back on the field. He's been good. They've utilized him well, but they're losing here in the second quarter. What might they change offensively?
I think that
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field.
And this is caught. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. Garoppolo. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. As his guys are in for 6. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And the Cardinals getting set to trot out there now. And last time, 1 play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people would think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, you get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
Set. Read 80. And hot.
A second down throw for Rivers. And he's got the open man. It's Allen on the comebacker. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. On 1st and 10, Rivers. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
Throwing again, Rivers on 2nd and 10. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Feels like they're getting caught in between here because they didn't completions on 1st and 2nd down. Now you got to worry a little bit about the clock because you prefer not to give them another shot here in the first half. But if you don't pick up the first...
And down he goes. The 49ers get there. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively, as they'll stop him with a tick under a minute to go before half. Here's Andy Lee now. He's been terrific so far. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles?
Well, it's tempting to try and add to your lead, but a mistake there, that can change.
And he lost the football. And this is recovered by the Cardinals.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. They expect this from the visiting team when playing indoors, but not the home team.
They're supposed to get all the advantages, right? The home crowd's supposed to help them. They forgot where they were, perhaps.
Working out of the gun, Rivers underneath for Johnson. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half.
Ready.
Rivers now on 2nd down. This one complete to Gresham. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second. as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. On third down, Rivers. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Well, the pressure, the hits, the sacks have been coming at him all game long. I'm frankly surprised that they haven't found a solution yet to create more time for him to throw it or maybe change what they do on offense.
And that's one of the biggest differences in this game and why they're losing right now. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. And we'll see how this is played. Offensively, they've got the lead. Not a whole lot of time left. What do you think, Charles? And it's a fumble. And this is recovered by the Cardinals.
So after that sequence, if we're watching both teams' defenses, didn't it feel like a revolving door? One's on, they think they're off for a while. The other has to come on, they think they're on for a while. Then they're off, here comes the other one. Just kept turning the ball over. They've got to cut that out.
Open space inside the 10. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. It's a really nice 15-yard pickup, and now it's first and goal. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And this is going to be caught. No, they say it's incomplete. Keenan Allen, the intended target, and that'll bring up second down. Another shot from the 9 on second and goal.
Ready, 380. Hey, hot.
Rivers now. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
Pass interference. Defense.
So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
And Dawson's kick is good. And the deficit drops now from 21 down to 18. So the 3 points here, they're still down, but they put somewhat of a dent into that lead going into the break.
Anything helps when you're trying to chip away at a lead, but they do know that they're going to need a little bit better effort in the second half.
So we have reached halftime here with a visiting. Well, why don't we hold off on the halftime update after all? Seems like everyone's ready to go here for the second half in Week 8 in the NFL. Mostert now to return. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Here comes the 49ers offensive unit as they'll have it first to begin this third quarter. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll get it out near the 40 to the 39. Fifth catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. Going for the deep ball. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, 49ers. Dante Pettis, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers add on to their lead. Gold able to tack on the extra point. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
Hey, 4 down. Set, Delta!
They'll try to get the offense going with Johnson. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. All told, it's an even 30 and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
They'll try to throw here. Rivers under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of
all the pressure too great, and he goes down once more.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
Yeah, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. Fights loose. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Garoppolo now, 1st down throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Here's Garoppolo to throw. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, 3rd quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall.
And a quick slant gets exactly 10, and by the nose of the football, they've got a 1st down. And yet again, it's Garoppolo. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Garoppolo now. The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Corey Peters in there to pick up his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
13.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo eluding the pressure right. Now he's going to throw it back deep over the middle. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Cardinal defense is going to get the football back. Well, you feel the excitement build on those 4th down plays. Defense has to stay out there, but for the offense, when that thing doesn't work out, such disappointment.
It can absolutely be a deflator, but how about the defensive guys? If they stop you on 4th down, they are absolutely elevated going to their bench.
They're elevated now. Big stop on 4th down. Defensively, Jimmy Ward in on the stop.
Well, he was stopped on that play, but he's had plenty of carries all afternoon. Every now and then the defense is going to win one, but I don't think they'll shy away from handing it to him the rest of the game.
And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
I know they've got to be careful not to go to the well too often, but it's a fine line, isn't it? Because sometimes, if you got success, you want to just keep pounding away.
But no success there. They rallied quickly on the defensive end. And nowhere to get away. Rivers is dropped. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
And San Francisco gets set to go here. And this offense last time turned it over, went for it on fourth, didn't get it. They're lucky, though, because no points against the team on the board, but we'll see how they respond.
Yeah, they got to give a lot of credit to their defensive teammates, don't they? They had their backs on that last series, and because they did so, that allows a coach to still stay aggressive on offense and maybe go for it again in a similar situation.
I was going to say maybe makes that offense feel good, but when you know you've got a defense making stands like that.
Yeah, that'll loosen up things a little bit, won't it? Maybe you'll play a little bit better the next time you have the ball.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete.
Well, the obvious goal is to try and score a touchdown, but at the least, adding to a pretty big yardage total for his intended receiver there, huh?
Yeah, well, when you got a guy over 150 yards, keep chucking it deep to him, I guess.
Yeah.
That's caught inside the 20. Touchdown, 49ers. Dante Pettis with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the 49ers, they're just pouring it on. And he's able to put it through.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting. Wow, that play got shut down in a hurry.
As soon as the snap came, you can see defensively they were just closing in. That was going nowhere.
Yeah, you count on your offensive line to give you a little bit of space, a little bit of time so you can make a move. There was none there for him. Well, partner, I guess sometimes it's just a matter of philosophy. Some say run until they absolutely stop you, and others say, well, when you think they're about to stop you, fool them a little bit. I guess they should have tried to fool them on that play.
And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
Well, that's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
And he'll go out near midfield at the 49. Nearly a huge return, as it is. Still a very good one. 24 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. Looking to throw. Garoppolo escaping the punt. That's caught inside the 20. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. And that one results in 35 yards. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Garoppolo to throw on 2nd down. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down. Garoppolo going to try and throw on 3rd. This will be caught at about the 5. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. Give him a gain of 4, able to convert, and that sets up 1st and goal now. Now Garoppolo, the quick slant caught, and he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. He'll get only 2 there, and it's 2nd and goal. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. George Kittle from 3 yards out. And the 49ers continue to roll. Gold with the extra point.
Well, defense are going to have to start doing something different because this guy's absolutely carving them up, especially down here in the red zone. He's been one of the top receiving tight ends here in the first half of the season.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Cardinal offense now making their way back out onto the field. And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. 2nd down, Rivers. And this one is incomplete.
Coverage was excellent downfield. I think he was more throwing that football away than anything else.
Yeah, absolutely, because everywhere you looked, they were covered.
Sometimes it's better to go ahead and be convinced that there's no place to fit in the football than to go ahead and force it and turn it into a bag.
Trying to get it to Williams, but it's intercepted. Picked off by Akello Witherspoon. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. The 49ers offense now, they work their way back onto the field. It's a quick turnaround for them after the turnover, but the way they moved it on their last drive, they're probably eager to get right back at it.
And you know me and you know my tendencies in this situation.
And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Dante Pettis, a dynamo since the break, 3 third-quarter touchdowns. And the Niners take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. The punter Pinion now to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys.
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's the rookie from Fordham. It's Chase Edmonds. And some room to maneuver. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with a fresh leg? Welcome back to the desert. We're in Glendale. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Rivers on 1st down. Fitzgerald's got it right side. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 10 more there and another 1st down.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
1st down, Rivers. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Charles Tapper in there to get him for what will be a loss of 13 yards.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. And now the third down throw incomplete as well. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Here's Andy Lee now as he's on to punt for Arizona. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. There's Dante Pettis as his guys head back out onto the field. This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him?
And got his man complete. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. A big play there for the Niners. 46 yards.
Gone!
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Flush to his right. Now, and at the 7-yard line, the catch is made. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line.
All right, now, lucky 56.
And that one results in 35 yards. They come out 5 wide, 3 of them to the right side. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to George Kittle. It's tight end. That'll bring up second down. Down this close to the goal line, first down. Surprised that wasn't a run?
I am, and you know I'm old school. I want to run the ball on first down in this situation because second down, that gives me an option of running play action, maybe throwing it.
Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete.
All right, Captain, it's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on third and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you? Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off down at the 2. Accelerating, and off he goes. The 30, the 20, 10, and they will score. It's a pick 6 for the Cardinals touchdown. This game's still fairly well in hand, but I think now you go conservative, don't you? Go into your shell and just run the football?
I think you have to, but you also have to tell your backs, make sure you're really protecting the football because you're going to run into a stacked defensive front, which is why they were throwing the football before, trying to make sure they just get their backs, really beat up in that situation. Now, good luck to them.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. There's Dante Pettis as his guys head back out onto the field. So far, he has the trio of touchdowns. Obviously, it's been a pretty good game for him.
So if this were hockey, they'd be throwing their hats out on the ice for the hat trick, right? I'm not sure exactly what you do in the NFL except applaud and continue to hope you see a little bit more of this. What a tremendous game.
You want to start a new tradition? What can we throw on the field?
I don't know.
Throw your mic out there.
A lot of fans would like that. Cut his mic off.
3 touchdowns so far. And that is incomplete here.
Okay, I'm not quite sure how to judge that one. Maybe didn't have enough legs underneath him. Mechanics might have been off. Maybe some fatigue. That one came up short.
Yeah, 4th quarter. Maybe you do start to watch. Is the arm there, the leg's still there. This has been a tough game. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. The Niners on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This is 3rd and 17. They're going to look to throw. Flushed out right. Robert Kindici. He's the one that gets him down. It'll be a loss of 5, and it'll bring up 4th down.
Well, certainly some teams are not intimidated by down and distance on defense, are they? 3rd and very long? Let's go get this guy again. Big-time pressure.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. And the 49ers going to take another timeout. That's going to leave them with just one remaining here in this 4th quarter. So good field position for the Cardinals as they come up 1st and 10.
The 1-8er, 380.
Rivers now to throw on 1st down. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the former 1st-rounder Jimmy Ward. And they will score. It's a 49er touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick 6 makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. Might get a pick or 2.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field.
Ready.
They run with Logan, and he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags.
Personal foul. Face mask. Defense.
So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it is going to be 15 yards.
Set 180.
The 1st down throw here for Rivers. Throwing the slant pattern here complete. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Nice way to start the drive. A gain of 12 and a 1st down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you down.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Charles Tapper in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
And it's incomplete.
I'm not even sure I know who this guy is out there playing right now. This is very unlike him, one of the most accurate guys in the league. Totally off his game right now.
I don't know. I was going to ask you what you pin it on, but defensively, they've been pretty solid.
Well, sometimes, you know, those defenders, they get into the receivers pretty well, and if they chip away at their timing, it's going to affect what you're doing throwing the ball as well.
They do get 10 back, but still a ways to go on 4th.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
There's Dante Pettis as his guys head back out onto the field. He's been a load for them to handle defensively, I know that much.
Well, look at him. He's got 7 catches on the game, and he's starting to shred them a little bit, because not only is he catching them, he's picking up good yardage, keeping the chains moving, ball control, you name it. This big guy, what did you say? He's been a load for them to handle?
That's right.
Agreed.
7 catches, as you said, over 100 yards. Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
Let's face it, you can run the route tree as many times as you want, get in sync, practice it, do all those things. But once you get the game speed, it doesn't always time up quite that well. That one goes in.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Rivers. And an alley to run. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Gold to add the extra point. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And the lead will swell by 1 more. So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be fielded at the 6. Muscles him off. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field. Back to it after the pick six. Rivers. This is taken in by Chad Williams. 30. Past the 20. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. A big play there. His third touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals claw one back.
That's a whole lot of points still to be down. But congratulations, they're still fighting, and they scored another touchdown.
My old high school coach used to say, Charles, he said, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and sometimes you wish you never had showed up.
Could have saved the gas money, the hotel, what have you, huh?
And the 49er hands team does its job. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 23 yards on the play.
Detroit!
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. Going to throw right side here, complete. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. They'll look to throw here on first down. And incomplete, he dropped it in the end zone.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
And when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
That catch good for 5. It's third down. The last play on the completion got them half of what they needed. Now here's a tough 3rd and 5. They'll drop to throw. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 2 yards is all they'll get on the completion. It's 4th down. They'll set up to throw. And this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This is one of our guys.
But she's singing, too.
Oh, she's at least...
She's on, like, the 5th tune at this point.
She left Scales way behind, but he used to sing something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So out now come the Cardinals. And last time the formula was pretty simple. 1 play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, 1 play drive is exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
Yeah, we'll see if it's that easy here. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 1st and 10, Rivers throws a quick hitter on the slant. That's complete. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Rivers now on 2nd down. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there at 22. Now you've got to hustle your guys to the line and get them set. From the red zone now, Rivers. And he's going to go down. Back back at the 27-yard line. He's sacked. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. Working out of the gun, Rivers. And Gresham has it left side. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. A good pickup there, 26 yards. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game.
And he's going to be dropped. Back at the 15-yard line. Charles Tapper in there to pick up his second sack now of the afternoon. Now a second down throw for Rivers. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. From the gun, Rivers. That'll be incomplete with 9 seconds now showing on the clock. The corner from Compton, Mr. Sherman, getting the hand in there to knock that one away.
And what a path of his to where he is right now. From Compton to Stanford, was a wide receiver at Stanford before flipping around becoming a defensive back. Lightly drafted. Remember, he went late in the draft for them and has turned into one of the best ones out there. I think his ability to be close on the play, and it has such great timing right at the end to get in there and knock balls away.
So they tried to go for it for pride, but it really wouldn't have mattered. This one, it was already determined.
No doubt about it. This one was over a while ago.
Lucky 56.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he's able to get this across the 10 before being taken down.